Grabs are easily the worst punishments in the Soulsborne series, instantly taking a fight from under control to over the edge, in some cases, literally. However, not every grab is built the same. While some are more than willing to pluck the chosen undead or tarnished or what have you from the ground and hurl them a quarter-mile away, minus about 3/4 of their health, others take a bit more of a piece of their opponents for themselves. Again, literally. Oddly enough, however, as I was researching about these grabs, or at least the enemies that perform them, for an upcoming video essay, I came across a neat little internetism. Something called Vore, which, according to Urban Dictionary, is supposedly a fascination in which one fantasizes about being eaten alive or eating another creature alive. So hey, for those of you Voreheads out there interested in seeing some people get eaten, I thought of a fun little experiment, reaching down to the speedrunning roots of my challenge runner career. Howdy, I'm Prakuza, and welcome to DevBox, where today we're going to be asking and answering two questions. How quickly can we get eaten in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3? And which of these games manages to get you there the fastest? I can honestly say I was surprised by the answer to the second one, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. For now, let's get into the challenge proper with Dark Souls Vore%. Alright, starting with our first game, we've got Dark Souls Remastered, and the path to getting eaten is going to take a little time here. Now, there are quite a few enemies that have grabs, and plenty whose grabs end with us getting eaten. However, many of these options rely very heavily on RNG. From the Gaping Dragon to the giant clams of Ash Lake, there are plenty of enemies that we can reach relatively quickly. But then it's a matter of luck whether or not they even bother with the grab in the first place, or if they kill me with some other attack. So to remove randomness from the equation entirely, I opted to take a unique route that uses one of the few skips I didn't need to practice to be able to accomplish again. Also, the edits on this one might be a little lax because I'm trying to show the entire run from start to finish, with no cuts on the in-between parts, since this is still ideally a speed run, and even joke categories require showing every part. To start, we'll be running the Thief class so that we can have the Master Key and still take the Black Firebombs for the easy Asylum Demon kill. My throws aren't perfect, but I get the job done, and we're already heading through the asylum and on our way out to Lordran proper.
Regrettably, but that one will. I would.
Once in Lordran, we need to head down to New Londo Ruins and use the Master Key to get past the locked door that could lead us either to Blighttown or the Valley of the Drakes. As mentioned before, taking Blighttown to Great Hollow to Ash Lake could net us the victory by getting grabbed by the giant clams, but that is a long path and hardly seems worth it. Instead, I'll take this quick way past the first drake and get killed. Damn. Well, that's a heavy setback on my first attempt here, but we powered through. Should still be a decent enough time in the end to set the expectation for future runs. A real quick breakdown of why I died to the drake though, I completely misread the attack. Normally that drake can do one of two different attacks, either a side-to-side sweeping lightning breath, which needs to be avoided by running to the left, or the straightforward lightning breath that we saw there, which needs to be avoided by running to the right. The last 10 times I've speedran this game, he's always done the side to side, so I was not prepared for the forward, and muscle memory took over and got me killed. Really annoying skill issue there, but something to keep in mind on future runs. Which, by the way, he continues to do only the straightforward breath from here on out. Some weird RNG on that one compared to my own past experience. Oh, another note, he can also completely forego the lightning breath and do a lunge bite, or he can do the flyover crop duster move. But those are very rare to see from this specific drake, at least as an opening attack. So if you're looking to give the run a try for yourself, be on the lookout for how he moves his head, because he can always surprise you. Anyway, now that we're actually past the stupid drake, we can run up through Darkroot Basin and up to Andre in Undead Parish. This is another point where I can diverge, instead opting to get eaten by the giant cats up in Darkroot Garden after passing the Hydra. However, that requires dodging the Hydra and Crystal Golems, as well as getting another boon from RNGesus to make sure the cats even bother to try eating me. Considering that they usually kill me with the spin attack before I even see that they're there, I'm not looking to be too dependent on that level of randomness. Although it could potentially be faster than the method I wind up taking here now that I'm past Andre. Pulling this one hollow away from the pack, I'm going to be setting up for Send Skip, one that I showed off on the channel way back in the Moonlight Greatsword video. And yeah, back then I had the benefit of picking the best execution of the trick I managed from hours of recording. Here, I needed to one and done the skip, and it goes okay. I'll say this, it's been a while since I've practiced the skip, and that is certainly showing in how much trouble I'm having in managing the tank controls in death cam mode. All the same, we eventually make it through, and I even find the damn door out of Andre's tower and towards Sen's fortress. I really need to practice death camming more. Anyway, a quick trip through the fortress, and we're in the final stretch. All we need to do now is get past some snake men, including the lightning throwing one that could potentially be another source of getting grabbed and eaten, and making our way into the depths of the fortress for our actual goal. Yeah, so Sen's fortress isn't exactly going too well, is it? Well, at least I get to show you exactly how bad dying here before getting to our final goal really is. I have to perform Sen Skip again, and it doesn't go well. Turns out, it's very easy to die when trying to perform this skip, and that can add a lot of time to what was supposed to be a speedrun. Here it is, the first mimic available in Dark Souls 1. Now all we need to do is open the chest. Open the chest. There it is, and we're eaten. Don't struggle, let it happen, and our starting health should be plenty low enough that the mimic will get the instant kill when he starts to eat us. Alright, that's all finished. Let's quit out and see what our final time is. Okay. 1812. Sub 20? I can accept that as an initial run. But I think we can bring that time down. Let's get another thief in there for the Vore Master Redo. Since I didn't have space to fit Redux into the name. Not important. Well, to start we get a much cleaner Asylum Demon kill, and are quickly on our way out the door. What? There's nothing else to say about the asylum. It's basically an extended sprint after that last firebomb is thrown. Oh, well, I guess I can mention the quit out method here. So our standing animation will break the wall and let us talk to Oscar without the giant ball. It shaves off some time, but meh. Oh, also it turns out that we don't need to head upstairs if we already killed the Asylum Demon, as the front door will still be open and we can now walk right through the bottom and head out of here without needing to get past the hollows above. Once again in Lordran proper, we're already on the move. back down to the Valley of the Drakes. We nail the dodge on the first try this time and don't have to deal with that nasty time loss. Considering that I'm skipping some safety bonfires here too, death now would be very costly. Still, we make it through and once again arrive to Undead Parish. This bonfire we will be taking for safety, especially since messing up the position for the death cam can and will kill me. And while my tank control skills are a bit better here, there is still much to be desired. Also, my quit-out game is severely lacking these days. Been too long since I tried a legit speedrun. Maybe I'll stream some PB attempts down the line. But for now, we're making our way through Sen's Fortress, desperately trying not to get caught by traps or by the snake folk. A few close calls later, and we're getting to the elevator that will take us to our trusty mimic. And boom! First try on opening the chest. Quick quit out here, and our new time is 9:59. Holy shnikes! I can honestly say I wasn't expecting to get a sub 10 after that first run, but I think I'm going to call that PB good enough for now. To be completely honest, these weren't my only attempts that I tried for this video, and this is by far my best time. So it's time to move on to our next game. Dark Souls 2. Okay, I'm not going to lie, I really am not a huge fan of Dark Souls 2. So let's try to get this over with quickly. What's the first enemy that can eat me? Oh, well, that was fast. Like, one fucking minute! Alright, Dark Souls 2 wrapped. Awesome, moving on. Now, on to Dark Souls 3, the best game in the series? I mean, in the series with Dark Souls in the name? Maybe? I honestly don't know how I rank these games against each other these days. Like, Bloodborne is by far my favorite, but I play DS1 way more often. But that's mostly because the game is so easy to break nowadays. Well, DS3 is fun, and I like it, so I guess it's up there as a good game. Oh, I can definitely say I prefer it over Elden Ring, Sekiro, and DS2, if that means anything. For me, not much, but maybe for other people. Anyway, tangents aside, we're starting as the mercenary so we can have the Self-Sword Twin Blades, a speedrunner's favorite. We're also taking the Black Fire Bombs as the burial gift for the same reason as the Twin Blades. There is exactly one enemy in our way, and we want to kill it as quickly as possible. This means getting in here and kicking Yudix Gundir's teeth in, and that goes double for the pus of man that has been growing inside of him. The black fire bombs will help with the second phase, as the new appendages are weak to fire damage and will quickly crumble to a few well-placed throws. Not even close. And now it's a quick run through Firelink. Place the sword in the bonfire, and we're heading to the high wall of Lothric. From here, we're already in the final stretch. I meant it when I said that there was literally one enemy between the start and getting eaten. Although there is a quick time loss here as I try to lure out the dragon. It's been a while since I played DS3, and I'd forgotten that the dragon doesn't spawn until you head up the stairs. Still, we make it to the Mimic in the first chest and clear out DS3. In 3:49. But hey, we can trim that time down a little, right? I mean, it's no DS1, but we can still give it a try. Okay. Let's try that again. Now with a few optimizations, like not picking up the Ashen Flask. We don't need it after all. That's a bit cleaner on Gundyr. Let's see if we can keep that for the rest of the run. Taking a few more hits than last time, but it's still looking okay. And hey, maybe this'll mean we die faster when the mimic grabs us. Not really. So, what's the time there? 3:30. Well, it officially says 3:31, but the last second counted over while I was quitting out, so I'll tell myself it's a 3:30 for my own ego. Okay, that's a bit better. Like the DS1 run, I'm sure there are some more optimizations I could work on. My Gundyr fights, for one, aren't exactly clean, even if the last one there was better. Also, there's definitely gotta be a way to make the run faster. Maybe a different starting class with a weapon that has quick step could help, as long as it doesn't make the Gundyr fight too much longer. Either way, there's still some run crafting to be done to get these down to their best forms. But for now, I've got a great starting off point with the sub 10 on DS1, the 3:30 on DS3, and DS2 taking a heavy lead, with my best time clocking in at nearly a minute. Well, it was a fun romp into exploring Vore. And hey, there's more to that Urban Dictionary definition too. I guess Vore is a shortened term for vorophilia, and it's... Wait. Vore is a fetish? Shit! Shut it down! Shut it down! Hey, it's that time again, the end of the video, where I invite folks to come check out the Patreon, link in the description, and make good on the rewards for those currently pledged. Patreon members get early access to videos, and their names written in the credits at the end of each video. And those who pledge $5 or more get their names read out, like Azul. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.